I wanted to do full in on this new small floor, and I felt like I had some height this day, so I did some sets, and then I did some sets on air track, and then I did one on air track, and I did more sets. There were a lot of sets actually, and then I actually did it. But I slightly touched my knee, which, you know, is very acceptable for the first attempt. When I did it again, my camera somehow managed to produce this footage. Just out of all the possible times the camera could have frozen up, it chose that moment specifically. But you know, if you're thinking that I should get a new camera, then how could I possibly replace this? A camera that gives me free content. Immaculate timing for dropped frames. Usually I have to think of a video title. This time the camera just did it for me. Speaking of full in, I actually haven't done many full ins on Trampoline at all. In August I did my first full in on G-Tramp and I landed it. So instantly I thought that now I have a 1 out of 100% land rate for full in on G-Tramp. So for 2 weeks I didn't do a single full in because I gotta preserve the stats. But unfortunately I had to downgrade it to 66.6 repeating percent land rate because I was trying cork in for the first time and I was not feeling like necking it, so I wanted to prep with full in. It was this tiny, barely necessary pan touch that ruined my stats. But yeah, now I've lost count, because once it's gone, it's gone. And I have some plans with the move. I might want to try full in vanish something. That sounds fun, I think. One of the next things I want to get on the small floor is quad full. But I had the classic issue of drifting to the side, and also, what are my arms doing? They are not supposed to be that far out. They should be against the chest. I gotta fix that on Tramp and then go back. Those are basically the two reasons why I didn't get it already. Also, this was my first double backflip on the new floor, which worked out pretty well, I guess. I may have done pop flash kick at the end of the first one, but I can't speak definitively because no video, no proof. This time it wasn't the camera though, it's just my friend who ended the recording too soon. But yeah, I thought the pop flash kick combo was boring, so hook was the next best thing. And it worked out much faster than I would have expected, considering this amazing, incredibly creative, 0% dumb combo structure. Lately, the process of trying to get good at tricks has just been scouring the web for all sorts of small pieces of tricking advice that in the end should add up to something. At a first glance, you'd think that there isn't a lot of tricking content on the internet like that. But if you dig a little deeper, there actually is some stuff, which is mainly old mastering tricking videos, the Ahmed and Kojo show, old Plan Zero videos, and the Jamcast interviews. There's definitely a lot more too that I'm failing to mention here. And that's the stuff you don't have to pay for. Mostly they're just, you know, a bunch of talking, but there's that one small piece of advice in all of them that just actually helps something. So basically what this amounted to is just me staying up till 4 AM watching the Ahmed and Kojo show on one monitor and studying my touchdown raise on the other monitor. I long await the day when I can fully understand touchdown raise. Anyway, I had to go to lecture the next day, and I never sleep in class, and you shouldn't either, but when I'm really destroyed, like I definitely was, then I sometimes just lay my head on my arms and I close my eyes and I just put all my effort into listening. The lecture was on the history of computer science and we made it to the 90s. And then LG came up with their first mobile phones, I think, and the professor said that LG used to have a pretty interesting name before they changed it to LG Electronics. Does anybody know what that is? And now some of you guys may have seen my OMFG 2024 video where I had a whole rant about my LG phone, which I use for recording, which also lagged out the footage of my full in, and I specifically mentioned this piece of information there. So at that point I had been destroyed for about half of my 3-hour lecture, but when I heard that I knew that this was going to be my single moment of triumph. A useless piece of information that nobody else in the lecture hall knew. And then I managed to raise my head up for a second and say, "It's lucky, gold star," and the professor was like, "Yeah, that's right." And then I went right back to being destroyed. I also had to take a physics test later that day, so I left school very late. But as it turns out, sleep has a very high effect on how well I can stay awake while sitting still, but it has almost zero effect on tricking because somehow I managed to get triple full swing double cork that same evening. At this point I just don't understand anymore. Also, speaking of sleep, waking up is a big part of that, and I'm really happy to see that there are a lot of new people in the community making tricking commentary videos. There's been like 5 separate instances where I've woken up in the morning, seen a notification, watched the whole commentary video with like blurry vision, and then when I'm done I'm ready to go out and have a tramp session. Or sometimes it's a new Kaigefu or Shosei clip that I wake up to, and that's equally great. Leading up to the same session where I landed full in, I had been training a lot of gainer semi on trampoline. So my mind stemmed the great idea of let's do a gainer semi swing chain on ground, what could go wrong? So I wanted to do cork gainer semi raise, cork gainer double cork, and I tried it a couple times, didn't get it, tried it a couple more times, still didn't get it, and this was at the end of the session, so I was getting ready to finish things off and go to the sauna with my friends. But the problem was that I kept saying one more try, and which happens to be the most common curse of tricking. If you say one more try, there's never gonna be just one more try, and after like 5 more tries, the others were just like, alright, see ya. So at this point I was grinding this alone, and the attempt numbers just kept going up without landing. It's like playing Geometry Dash all over again. When I made it to attempt 39, I managed to rip my shorts. So if the sunk cost fallacy hadn't kicked in yet, then it was definitely in full force at that point. And the screen shirt that I'm wearing, it has some Chinese characters on it. They say never give up. Like I should have worn a different shirt this day, it would have saved me some time, but now I couldn't be a fraud anymore. And don't think I know Chinese, I used Google Photo Translate at some point. But thankfully the win-in attempt wasn't far anymore, and after this I went to the store to buy some new shorts, because as a tricker, shorts are the only clothing item I can actually look forward to buying. Shorts are the only thing that are actually a necessity for tricking, and that's definitely one of the reasons why tricking has no money in it, because in skateboarding, companies can just take cheap pieces of plywood, shape them a little, put a graphic on it, it becomes a $50 worth skate deck. Whereas trickers are just like, please buy our shirts. We have nothing else to sell. And the reason why shirts aren't as exciting is because I have a lot of shirts compared to the number of shorts I have. I have only a select few pairs of shorts, and I buy new shorts like every 2 years, so it gives something to look forward to. I said at the start of the video that I want to try full in vanish something, and I kinda didn't manage to finish this video before I already tried it, so conclusively what I found out is that getting a good full in combo is just really annoying. Just landing full in is not so tough, but if you want to start landing in a specific way, like one leg goes down before the other, my mind just started playing tricks on me. I think my brain was trying to subconsciously calculate whether I should let go of the tuck a little later or a little earlier, but it was incapable of doing that. Because, you know, full in goes pretty fast. You definitely don't have much time to think about how you're gonna land. It kinda has to happen through muscle memory, and since, you know, it was my first time trying this stuff, then there was no muscle memory. It was non-existent. So half the time I was just falling. But you know, I'll have to try it again. Maybe I'll actually manage to get something. But the the pain is that I realized that I can't get full in Vanish 9, because that was a brain teaser. But I realized that I can get full in pop full. But now looking back at the footage, I could have just done full in pop full Vanish 9. It would have been perfect. But I just forgot that was even an option. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it again if I want to. I'm not sure if I want to. Actually, I probably will, but don't quote me on that. Anyway, I think that's all the clips I have for now. It's a lot more than I thought I would have. Also, it's 4:30 a.m. I need sleep. Making these videos destroys my sleep schedule the most for sure. That's probably why I don't upload so often. But you should subscribe, because I'm only like 2 away from 1,000, so 4 digits. Cooler than 3, press the button. Or don't, because statistically nothing can stop me from hitting it now, but you know, it would still be nice. Thanks for watching.